After half an hour, you'll think there's 5,000 there. Look at it. Listen to it. Come on, you lot, get cracking. There's a bunch of flaming cripples getting on those steps.
Looking back on my childhood and my school days here, the Samson picnic and things like it were very, very big events. Of course, it's very insular, and there's no danger here from the motor car. There's a lot of exploring to do. I think the children here are very happy indeed. But I think you've got to get away to the mainland to really appreciate what they've got here.
Whoops, don't be like that. Cool. End of take one.
Can you wave a bit more?
No.
Well, the children here are much less sophisticated, I think, than you would find on the mainland. I wouldn't exactly say that they're simpler, but there's a frankness and an openness about them which is quite engaging, although it can be a bit alarming when you start. They answer you more readily, you know, and speak to you more readily. I think it's perhaps something to do with meeting a lot of visitors coming every year. They're used to meeting strangers and they're used to talking to people. This is one of their delightful features. I suppose it's a difficulty, really, if they go to the mainland, where often children are told not to talk to strangers, you know. But here we don't seem to have that problem quite in the same way. But I wouldn't say that they're underprivileged in any way here. They have many obvious privileges, such as the beauty of the place they live in and the freshness and freedom, a great deal of freedom that you wouldn't be able to allow children on the mainland to have. I suppose if you were to say that what they did lack is not having contact with lots of things that they might have on the mainland. Things like zebra crossings and cinemas and swimming pools. These are the sort of things that they're without, and some of them, when we take them to the mainland, are very surprised by these things. About 3 years back, we went to London, and going into London for the first time, we passed one of the big Odeon cinemas, and one of the children looked at that and said, "Is that Buckingham Palace?" He thought it was such a marvellous place, it must be Buckingham Palace. So with children like this, it's nice to take them away and to see them enjoy themselves.
Walking through the city with a thought in my head about the yellows and the blues I've left behind. Looking in shop windows, it draws an image back of the magical islands in the sun. Yesterday's faces and yesterday's friends, all these people you once knew don't want to know. It's just like the city to push you aside, but don't worry, there's a real nice place to go. Magical islands in the sun, plenty of room for everyone. Magical islands in the sun. If you see me around with my head hanging down, it's because the summer is so far away. But don't be misled, because this image in my head will be there until my dying day. Magical islands in the sun, plenty of room for everyone. Magical islands in the sun.
Now, we got a fair bit of wildlife here on Samson. What's most special here? Birds. Tell us about some of the birds. Where's Martin Hunt?
Yeah.
Well, you tell us about some of the birds we've got here.
Tell
us about some of the birds we've got here on Samson.
You get terns and seagulls, and you get black-headed gulls and oyster catchers.
Yes.
And you sometimes get ringed plovers on the beaches.
Yes. And they nest here sometimes, don't
Yes.
they? That's rather unusual, isn't it?
Yes.
Doesn't often happen in this part of the country.
No.
Now, what's the island that's straight behind you? Straight behind you.
Tresco.
Tresco's right behind you, yes. Who lives over there?
Commander.
Commander, yes. What's special about Tresco? Yes.
Time to say goodbye, my friend. The summer's flown away. Flying over Tresco sands, my memory starts to play. 9 whole months it's been my home. What reason should I go? It's the way that I am, it's the way that I live, the only way I know.